Executive Director, GTI Asset Management and Trust Limited, Mr. Nelson, for the opening prayer.
This session is in the hands of God for full deliberation, and we also commit this project into the hands of God. But at the end of the day, we come out very successful, and the Nigerian football ecosystem we're able to drive it to achieve our desired expectations and results in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you very much, Executive Director. Please, I want to appeal to some of us who are sitting backwards. Please, can you guys move forward so that this program is being streamed live on our YouTube channel, so that we can all watch our beautiful faces there. Please. Hello? You're hearing me now? Yes. Better. Please, can you just move forward, please? Gentlemen, please. Move forward. This space is for the fine, especially the ones in the front. Thank you. If you look to our left-hand side, we'll have seats there, and those 5 seats are going to be occupied by people who have really worked very hard to get us to this level we are on this project. And first and foremost, personality that will come in right there at the high table is the GMG GTI Group, Mr. Abubakar. You're welcome, sir. Next, as sitting, is another known figure as far as this project is concerned. The man doesn't see. The next person, as Mr. Nelson is sitting, doesn't need too much introduction. There's no way the history of Nigerian football will be written without a mention of his name. The former president of the Sports Journalists Union, Andrew. Former vice president, ANPS, International Association of Sporting Press. One-time special advisor to the Minister of Sports and Transport, Air Commander Anthony Kazoba. He's also the executive vice chairman, Sports International. We call him the master himself, the mix master. He works with Kenny Seven. I'm talking of Dr. Mitchell. He's in a war mood. Next, John high table is a man you know very much, had so much about him, his wonderful scintillating analysis on sports matters, on super sports, Shegun. I'm going on to Shegun. You're welcome, sir. Please.
Do I deserve this? Very strong.
Respecting, because if you look at that high table, you have we need to have a woman. She's on her way. When she comes in, I will notify you. Next. Sorry? Okay. Mrs. Hawa is our director, GTI-NPFL. Mrs. Hawa. I want to recognize some other management and staff of GTI Group. Mrs. Hawa is on the high table. Thank you, ma'am. to recognize the CEO of GTI-NPFL, Mr. Olusegun Olawi. We also have Mr. Nandi, who is the head of IT. We also have in our midst our head business development, GTI Asset Management and Trust Limited, is Agnes Okereke. And the treasurer of GTI Group, Mrs. Jacinta Roy. Without much ado, I want to also recognize some eminent sports journalists that are here today. They've done pretty well and they lead this project. Let me first and foremost welcome the Director of Communications, Nigerian Premier Football League, Harry Iwala. Let's welcome Biji Motoiko, Afro-Sport. Then they stand up and take the seat. Thank you very much. I want to also welcome the torchbearer of the 2012 Olympic Games in our midst, a well-known figure, a man whose pen is mightier than sword. I am talking of Adeko Jekere. This man I'm about introducing, I've lost count how many World Cups he has covered. It is a mobile encyclopedia. Sorry? 11. It's a mobile encyclopedia of sports. Goodness. I have also with us here, the group sports editor of the Sun newspaper, Iman Jimega. I've also seen before us our financial director, GTI Group, in our midst, Mr. Adeboye Adeboye. Welcome, sir. I think more recognitions will continue after this national anthem. May we all stand and take the national anthem of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
afternoon, gentlemen of the press and all other protocols observed. Good afternoon. On behalf of GTI, I want to extend a warm welcome to all of you. We are truly delighted to have you here today as we share some exciting developments and important updates with you. In our efforts to reposition our football as strategic partners to the Nigerian Premier Football League and the Nigerian Football Federation on the President Federation Club, your presence here is invaluable to us. We appreciate you for taking the time out to be with us today. Thank you for joining us. We understand the crucial role that the media plays in communication, and we are committed to being transparent, responsive, and accessible throughout this session. We all know the sports industry in Nigeria today is a vibrant and growing sector that has potential to contribute significantly to the country's economy. Thank you so much for your time today, and we look forward to fruitful deliberation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam. That welcome address sets the tone for the business of the day. But before we commence that business, let me recognize the presence of the Group Sports Editor of the Nation newspaper, Morakeo Aboden. He has a track record. He was with the Golden when Nigeria won the Under-17 FIFA World Cup back-to-back. I'm tempted to put MON, but you know he's a very humble. He said, let's just leave his name like that. Aboden, you're welcome, sir. The business editor of the Punch newspaper, Nogin Victor. We have the business editor of the Nation newspaper, Simon Edus. You're welcome, sir. Kennedy Onyemanichi Ochonogo of Channel Television, sir. It's not easy to put it out. We have great sports analysts who've recognized you and keep recognizing more people as people come. But I also want to welcome the editor of Daily Sports, Victor, in there. Okay, let's move over to the next item on the program, which has to do with our presentation. That presentation is a digital presentation of the journey so far in which GTI Group has embarked as strategic partners to the NPFL. That presentation is going to take us back to the journey, how it all started, what we have achieved, and where we are heading to. I said in my opening remark that this project is a project that we must run successfully 2025 by the grace of God. To handle that aspect is not that person than our executive director, Asset Management and Trust Limited. He's the project manager of TNF, the Nigerian Football Fund, and a Hall of Famer with the University of Ibadan football team. I remember 1990 Luga Games. He captained the team of the University of Ibadan to lift the gold medal, gold trophy for the football event there. And 34 years down the line, the University of Ibadan is yet to win a soccer gold. Very historic moment. We are with him when he was inducted in Hall of Fame a few weeks back. Why am I taking time to take you through? We all have passion for football, writing football, analyzing football. We also have roots where we started. Because I've had some journalists ask me, Mr. Nelson, where is he from? What was his root? What was his, he captained the University of Ibadan team. He struggled. Beating the likes of Unilag, Lasu, that had Lasu that had the likes of Ikomoso, Morege, Lola, Dekola, very big names there. I remember Sundays, Lasu team, Ikomoso, Morege, and I think Unilag, but these young guys came together and did what people saw or thought was impossible. How do you Unilag team, the hosts university? But this is history. I want to also inform every journalist that have really written so much about this project. Each time you put this place, you put down your name, your visitors book, documenting your history, your contribution to this football development. It's not easy to, what we are doing. Let me borrow the words of our GMT who have done the heavy lifting of this project. What is there is for us to land this project successfully, and we cannot do it without the support of the media. So, by this presentation, Nelson will be able to take you through, and we must all tag along and ensure that we land this project 2025 max. Welcome, Mr. Nelson here to do justice to this digital presentation of the journey so far and where we are all heading to. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Andrew Kejuba. Well, let me first of all appreciate the presence of everyone here today, all protocols duly observed. I'll just take us through a very short presentation. But before I start the presentation, I want to first of all thank all of you because whatever we have been able to achieve so far is a collective effort. It's not an individual thing. And when we look at our footballs today, there is nowhere in the world single entity or individual grows the development of football. It's a collective thing, and we quite appreciate the efforts you have made, the contributions. The journey is still very far off. But we are very convinced in our hearts that working together will definitely achieve progress, success, and then. But like I said, if we all agree one thing today, the NPFL is better managed today with a lot of improvements. We made some progress. I remember when we started and we had that engagement and we made a presentation here. For many of us then it was like, is this impossible? Is it real? But again, we already right now we can see that it is real. And we strongly believe that we still have a lot of road to cover. And we have a clear vision for the future. The journey so far. What have we been able to achieve so far? What we've done is to look at our league system and ensure that we put certain systems and structures in place. It's not about the individual, it's about the systems. We are trying to have a kind of lasting, sustaining system that irrespective of anyone that is there today, it's a system to drive the whole process as we go along. And we've succeeded in establishing a very conducive atmosphere for the development of the league today, for partners to also come and collaborate with us. And the operations of the league so good is running well. A lot of the negatives associated with the league in the past, a lot of that have subsided, and we are on the path of growth. In terms of it may not be perfect yet, but there's still room for improvement. There's streaming and there's broadcast through DTT and DTH by StarTimes. But there's still a lot of room for improvement. So also the incentive to league winners. That is very, very key. Like we believe from the beginning, 20 teams are to play for 9 months, 38 weeks, 180 matches. There must be something tangible that they are playing for. And we believe that with what has been done so far, the competitiveness of this league and the competitive balance has improved compared to some previous years. And we can see progress along that line. Again, the system of transparency and accountability. We put that system in place. There's orderliness in the financial management of the league. There's a system driving the whole process. Like I always say, whatever we have achieved so far, there's always room for improvement. Now, what is the vision? If we look at our league today, our football league, there's one thing I'm sure of us agree to. Most leagues, football leagues, sport leagues run in the world, most of them are privately managed, and ownership is private institutions, individuals. We know it's a gradual process. Definitely we appreciate the structure we have today. But again, we know that in order to move next level, this structure needs to give way to another structure that will take the development of the league to the next level. You know, just like when we started, most people always say, is it possible? Is it doable? We aim to elevate the league to a level where all elite clubs are transitioned to private ownership and management, thereby creating investable trading assets that can attract significant investment from local and foreign investors. The football league all over the world, any football team we know that is trying. If there's one thing we all agree to in this room, it's privately managed. All teams are privately managed. And let me remind us, the golden era of our league was when the private investors were in charge of this. Correct me if I'm wrong. The days of Leventis United, the days of Abela Groups, Nigerian National, GCC Land, Nigerian Brand, and the rest. That era was one of the best era of our football. And I believe is that era come back. A lot of people ask, is it possible? Like we always said when we started this journey, there's nothing that is impossible. It is very, very possible. Because that is the only way, that is the only path to serious development of our league. That is the only path. And that is the path the football league in the world, according to international best practice. That is the only path we know. Is it the EPL? Is it the La Liga? Is it the Italian Serie A? Bundesliga? Okay, let's leave Europe. Let's go to America. South America, North America. Now let's even come to Africa. The thriving leagues in Africa, they all follow the same pattern. In Egypt, Tunisia, Morocco, South Africa, and some of the other countries. So the question we should ask ourselves, are we in line? Are we in line with what is considered international best practice for league growth, progress, and development? The fact is, yes, we are trying, but we are not yet in line. And a lot of work needs to be done in that. Because that's the only time we can make some significant progress in this life. Now, the whole idea is to get our league to our one in Africa. Some people may say, is it possible or is just daydreaming? It is very possible. Nigerians have that ability to excel when they are determined to excel. In many areas of life, professional endeavor, we come to Africa, Nigerians are leading. We are leading in music, we are leading in football. When we talk of the entertainment world, definitely we must lead in football. Why? we have all the factors to make us live. We have the youth, we have the population, we have the passion, we have the talent, we also have the economy. These 5 elements we need to live, and all we have. Now, what is the missing link? That is food for thought for everyone of us. For we know, if we are determined and we are ready, we definitely get there. Look at the problem today with our league. The retentive capacity of our league is very low. I'm sure you all agree with me on that basis. What do I mean? The ability of the league to retain talent. If you don't retain talent, the entertainment value of that league cannot grow. We must drive our league to the level where talent, to a very large extent, can be retained. Because the golden era of our league in previous years was because the league had capacity to retain talent. And if you recall, even the national team then was dominated by the local-based players, not the foreign-based players. And Nigeria was on top. Why? Because the league had the capacity to retain talent. It is a very serious issue we need to take very seriously. The ability to retain talent. Other African countries, if you look at them critically, they retain talent. Because retaining talent has some very good economic multipliers for the local environment. Attraction for both the fans and the prospective fans. The football revenue. We must begin to see our clubs as not a cost center. We must begin our clubs as a revenue center. We must begin to see our clubs as a profit center. People that are business-minded, oriented, just like in other parts of the world, are the ones that manage their affairs of business. Because for them, the club is a business center. Every league we know in the world, the elite clubs, they are business centers. They are social centers. And that is why sometimes I ask this question. Some of the leagues I tell about, many of us want to be fans of those clubs there. Those clubs, are they business centers or social centers? They are not. They are business centers. So we must begin to take a second look at our clubs. Are they business centers or social centers? We must grow these clubs to become business centers because that is what they are supposed to be. Business centers. And people with business mind should be the one taking a second look at those clubs. Our infrastructure. Again, the business aspect of football. There's a correlation between infrastructure and the business. If you know, clubs in England have had cost to increase the seating capacity of the stadium. Emirates had a strategic partnership with Arsenal. Why? Because Arsenal is considered a business center. To increase what? The capacity of the stadium. Why? Is it because of social activity? No. Business. Because the more fans, the more revenue. So we need to begin to look at our sports infrastructure from the business perspective, not as a cost center, because those structures have the capacity to generate revenue. And in mind of any facility manager, how do we put this facility in such a way, develop it in such a way that it can generate revenue because it has the capacity to generate revenue. Again, facilities can even be put to close usage. We know that some of these musical shows are organized in football facilities. And I'm sure when those shows are organized there, the facility managers generate some revenue from it. So facilities should not be looked at as a cost center. Especially when the elite sports should be seen as a business generating facility. That also goes to affect the kind of fans experience you have. the atmosphere. How conducive is this atmosphere? Is it an atmosphere you want to go with your children? We watch on television, we see families with their kids come to watch football. The experience is very exciting. The ambience of the environment is somewhere you want to take your kids to. We also have very good utility facilities in those environments that encourage you to always want to go there and relax. So we can see, so there's a correlation between the fans' experience, viewership. Yes, when I say fans' experience at the facility, we also have fans' experience outside the facilities where the quality of broadcast transmission becomes a very important factor we need to take into consideration. Again, more effective and efficient administrative management. NFL board is the driver, but it is our asset, and we all take ownership. You see the way we support some of these things and the kind of passion we put behind the support. Imagine bringing that same passion to drive your own. And sometimes when they ask you, bring that passion to drive your own, say, how much are they paying me? And sometimes when I hear those comments, I laugh. They pay you to drive other people's league. How much do they pay you? To drive other people's league, to even fight and tear your clothes because of the team you are supporting. How much did the team pay you? How much did they pay you to spend all the day, all the whole time discussing them, analyzing them, bantering on them? I'm not saying you should not do that. But while doing that, remember, nobody will help you build your own. They will not come and build your own. Whatever you are doing to promote their own, they will tell you thank you, but they will not come and build your own. I don't know of British people promoting the French league. Neither do I know of the French promoting the Italian league. Or Italians promoting the German league. They are very selfish about their own. They promote their own first, because that's their own. They can give you whatever support they will give you, but go and check their own first, their own. They promote their own. Why? Because it is their own. It is our own. It is our own. It is not only mine, it is your own. So, we still encourage us to keep promoting our own. So, the league belongs to all of us. So, we must see ourselves as in this project, actively contributing to its growth and success. Let us all take ownership together, passion and dedication, to build a league. I'm very proud and embrace Nigerian football to new heights. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, our executive director, for doing justice to that. I think it deserves another round of applause. We must take this story home. Because there are some Nigerians who are harboring the idea of going to buy Arsenal. Charity, they say, begins at home. Nowadays, we hear of bandits, terrorists, kidnappers. These are very strange names in our English lexicon. Why are these people turning to bandits? You can convert them to fantastic footballers. If you don't, West. Because don't want to have happened to them. Because the best football. If not, the environment gave them an opportunity to play this one together. But those who are so unfortunate are bandits, terrorists, kidnappers, non-state actors, funny names. Very strange to our history. Therefore, it's a big challenge to all of us. Look at my young lads, talented in football. We must build a very strong and appreciable environment to allow them grow, showcase their talent, mentor them responsible citizens of this country. My greatest joy today is that I think Nigeria, we are going back to the era where we used to produce African Footballer of the Year back to back. The era of Rashidi Yekinis, Emmanuel Amunike, Kanu Wankos. Who knows, next year, Osimhen may come back and take back his crown. If Mohamed Salah doesn't give him a good fight. So having that, gentlemen of the press, the honor lies on us. We are building future generation of Nigerian footballers by the action of GTI. Laying a very structure, repositioning the league. My GMD is not going to play ball at this age now. We are building for the future. Future Nigerians who are future Cameroonians. And all of us must put hands together and ensure that this structure, GTI, have embraced with the Nigerian Football Federation and the NPFL succeeds. If it succeeds, all your names will be written in gold. GTI is taking note of all the names of journalists that are supporting this project. And when the time comes, the complaint will be well publicized. And you see your name written there in clear black and white. So, we are making history. Future generation of Nigerians, in the next 20, 30, 60 years, 100 years, this project is going to outlive all of us. But we thank God Nigeria, at the end of the day, will not remain a terrorist country where bandits take over and run riot. Thank you. Listen. If you look at our program, we'll have question and answer. But let's just keep that for now. Let's go to item 6, comments on the development of NPFL and the President Federation. First, that will make his own comment, just 5 minutes. Dr. Michel, you know we are having so many doctors nowadays. Dr. Lani Samuel, Dr. Beko Ziko, Dr. Nneka Ikemate, Dr. Give me that PFL. So many doctors. I don't know, some of you are even here, doctorate degree, some of you are hiding it. Maybe before the end of this year, we'll have maybe 2 or 3 more doctors. That is good. Dr. Michel Obi, the mix master himself.
Thank you, my brother. My very distinguished group managing director of GTI Group, a brother, the one whose record Andrew is still dusting up 34 years after. I wish you can still score a penalty today. And of course, the lady who must insist that the future of the game is feminine. And my good brother, Shady. Don't include my 5 minutes in all of this. It's a typical Nigerian protocol. And of course, my very dear and sincere colleagues, first, let me wish you all a brilliant year, a year of good hope, a hope that should be concretized. Amen. Because even in sports, we are being told about the renewed hope initiative for the sports economy. That's what the NSC describes their agenda. They call it RINS, Renewed Hope Initiative for Sports Economy. And the other day, my friend, the Shehu of Nigerian Sports, sent me a New Year message. Inside that message, he said that the new Sports Commission, I call it the renewed National Sports Commission, is committed to building a stronger, more inclusive sports showcases the best of Nigeria's potentials. And only 2 days ago, I was asking whether the appointment of a new national team coach is in line with that direction. But that's a subject which perhaps tells us of what we need to be doing in terms of staying on track. And that's what my good friend Nelson just pointed out, the need for us to be focused. And GTI, as an effective partner, not just a partner, an effective partner, that has decided to become the pillar. Some will say, where is the game changer? I think the game changer is right here. In the fact of the most critical element in our football time, which is officiating. Not only have taken officiating out of the level of controversy, they've made officiating a house to go in and sleep without leaving the cracks from the outside. That's the comfort and the care for which our referees now enjoy. And I was happy the other day when the NFF chairman was insisting that going forward, we have young referees that will be infused into the Nigerian system. So if you have 60 referees from Africa, it will not be only one going to the Nations Cup like we have today. Coming back to the league is the key. The league is the game changer on the pitch. If we want to make any progress in our sports economy, we have to start with the league. And this Nigerian Football League, the oldest professional league in Nigeria. I am blessed to be part of how this league started. I'm blessed to be part of how this league will have to find its new fire and new glow. And when Andy says we must land this league in 2025, I am saying after 35 years, can we really land it? The simple things have been done. And what are the simple things? We have a league body now that is doing its homework well, running the league as it should be managed. We have a partner that takes away the pressure points and the areas of friction. The fans are gradually coming back. In some cities, the issue is not about the fans coming, it's how to manage the fans. But then, when it comes to us, the media, I am particularly excited that there's been a realignment. Indeed, in the last 2 years, there is a sufficient joy to think that we want our own to be our own. We have understood what it takes now to really make our league fanciful, because that therein lies our whole future. If the media in Nigeria fails to get its football right, and its football here means the league, because any country without a viable league cannot even think about the game. If we fail to get it right, our future will be compromised. And those coming from schools to be part of the sports journalism fold will have nothing to look at. Indeed, the league should be not only a training ground to produce the best professionals in the business of sports journalism, the league should provide opportunities for us to expand the kind of recompense we can get for our endeavor. And that is why we should take it more serious, to take it at heart. We should even give it the kind of attention that we give to our household, because the league, our league, provides that opportunity. It takes me to my days as a reporter. The excitement of being in the newsroom is the fact of when you come back from a league venue and everybody is asking you, what happened? How did it go? They know the result. And okay, we are waiting for your reports. They want to read your report. Those were the days when television was not as strong as it is now. But now we have the tools to make a difference. We have the tools to really push our league to the front border. And I'm excited that there is a graduation in the prize money for the clubs. That takes me to even the clubs. There is a graduation in terms of even what the government intends to do. The Football Federation, along with the Sports Commission, are thinking about how government get to be involved, providing the kind of seed money that is necessary. Yes, in Nigeria, most of the clubs are government owned, but we can get government to be part of this whole change by making them understand that they can stay as a shareholder and give professionals the opportunity to run the league along profit-making lines, which can best be interpreted by those with a private sector mentality. It's not as if government can be an enterprise. When it comes to football, the attachment of the private individual is different from that of government. And of course, we know that when you know that benefit is at one corner, we all tend to pursue it. Even you, as you know, self-interest rules the world. And self-interest is the motivating factor to push the game. The collective is key, but then comes to running it, we must have a private level instinct. That instinct is one that gets us going. I want to really thank again GTI for understanding of the mission they have. They are behaving like the missionaries who came in the past and opened the doors for people to see the civilization. That is what you have done, realizing vision of getting people to understand that this league can be profitable. And because it can be profitable, let us all sharpen our tools to get and explore those profits elements. So at the end of the day, we can go home and say, we've done our bit. Yes, we've done our bit. But it's also time for us to work. And working means support. As Abiola will say, support can never be enough for what is our own. And our own is our own. Let's stay with our own. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Omichalogi. You've said it all. It's now left for us to do the needful. I want to recognize some few personalities also joining us. First among them is the Chief Operating Officer of GTI Group, Mr. Candid Hassan. The Group Risk Manager, GTI Group, Mr. Gonson Wodi. Mr. Gonson, yes, that's it. That fine gentleman. We also have the MD, GTI Securities Limited, Mr. Thompson Okafor. I also have Mr. Imasi of AIT Ray Power. Then our IT team, made of Solomon Adebayo and Kelechuku Okwe. You have done great. Yes, having digested what the mix master said, let's keep moving the ball. This time to Mr. Sheikh Abede. Mr. Abede is a super sport analyst. You'll see him on radio week in, week out, talking about football. Mr. Abede, you have the floor.
Before I start, I'd like to say a little prayer that may God, in His magnificence, increase all of us here in influence and affluence. Amen. I really like to thank GTI for this gathering. In fact, I'm honored and privileged to be here. I'd like to thank the Managing Director. This is my first time meeting him, and I love his interests and passion for the Nigerian Professional Football League. Once cannot be said about my other league. I've been here on TV a long time. Well, Master Sports says it, and you've been a trailblazer in every way, shape, or form. And apparently you're quite a lad in the best of it. So, nobody to be on that. Nobody to be. I'd also like to shout for, I know a lot about the people here, but I'll shout, great you are. Let's say Nelson now. The general went by in the 80s. So to know that Nelson led, because we first led Luca in 1986. And I don't degree with Bolton, I don't know. No, 1990. So for you to have done that after we left school, absolutely brilliant. I knew there was something about you. Then, I work for you. You set me up. If I knew I was going to go there, I should have aware about that. That's why I always sit there and beg people. Do you understand? But hey, fantastic. I'm awestruck by the caliber of things in here. Because the truth of the matter, you guys have spoken about writing our names down in the annals of sports, and each and every person that is in this hall lives, drinks, and eats football. Despite everything on every platform, print, radio, electronic, whatsoever, we're all banging on about the progress about Nigerian football. Because for me, everything GTI is doing for the NPFL boils down to one particular individual. And you know who that individual is? That's the player. It's all about the player. They are the protagonists. How do they feed their families? How do they excel? How do they get a chance to play the Super League? I get sick to my back when people lecture me about why the NPFL player cannot play for the Super League, and then bring in glorified ball boys who don't play for their clubs. I'll give an example. I'm not being personal or anything, but there's a story breaking the other day that Alali became interested in Ekinichi Anacho. And I said, that would be good for him. But I was saying, no, you can't believe it. You play. Alali is one of the best, biggest, and most storied clubs in Africa. It's all about playing football. That are sitting on the bench in their clubs, walking to the Super League. It's got to stop. So what we are doing here now is what's going to happen. And I just spoke about, let's talk about retention. That for me is the most important thing. I had a coach in Ute one time, and I was like, why is it that there are a lot of Nigerian players? And he made a very, very good point. He said we invite Nigerian players to football to the Super Eagles, but within 2 or 3 games, or a call of the camp, the next thing they are playing in Albania, in Lithuania, in Iraq. It's really not good enough. So it's a problem. I can't blame them because they're earning more in Albania or Iraq or in Tanzania than they can. Just tell us, there are 27 NPFL players in Tanzania League. I've been to Tanzania before. Tanzania, with all due respect to Dar es Salaam, it's like Lagos in the 80s. It's like the way Bronx used to be. Why is that? And where we are now, GTI has moved us on a long way. And I'm so grateful. I'm being truly humbled to be here now, in the presence of my colleagues, because I see them, I know their work is for them. And I do know, and there are things I'm hearing, I spoke to Ali before we started the program. I know there are good things happening. There are good things that are happening this 2025. And before one, I was to be part of it. So I'm grateful for this invitation. I'm grateful that we have an organization that's had the courage and the wisdom, the knowledge, and understanding to stand up to recognize, to put things right in Nigerian football. That's what was right. Back then, I guess, maybe it's an age thing. I remember the Benden insurances, the Debentis was my favorite part of the day. Sexually stores, after biting jets. Julius Berger. So we can have it. We can. And another thing, two of my best moments of 2024 were Ademola Lookman winning the African Cup of Nations, absolutely player. Is him getting recognition himself. And secondly, Nigeria qualifying for CHAN. That is so important. So important. I'll tell you something. Super Sports has given me the benefits of traversing Nigeria and covering the local league here. So I can speak from experience. I got to know these players, and I'll call it the Lodson Icho syndrome. How many people here have Lodson Icho APS games? Do you guys remember him? For me, that guy, he never kicked a ball one day for the squad. But that guy, when he was playing for APS, in my opinion, was the best box-to-box midfielder in the NPFL, and better than many in the Super Eagles. The guy never got his shot. I don't even know where he is now. So what I would also appeal to GTI, please, I love these highfalutin financial engineering things, investments and everything, but please always remember the person that plays the game. Clubs, let them promote their players. Chad is going to give us a wonderful opportunity to watch guys and know who they are. You understand? So for me, once again, thank you GTI. Thank you for inviting me to your meeting. Thank you my wife for the work we have done so far. And by the grace of God, God will give us the energy and the strength to continue to do that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sheikh Bede, I call you Uncle Shege, for the words of wisdom. Before we just have two more comments on two personalities. First, the Juto. The Juto Igbo is from Afro Sports.
Yeah, good day everybody. Thank you GTI for having us here. Let me start with a little story. Some of you here know 90 minutes, the football show that we used to do on AIT back in the day. And when we were about to start 90 minutes, and we did all the plans and all of that, and I put a 15-minute segment for Nigerian football. That time, the two people had just come back from the UK, they had no idea. And I was like, for months. When secondary school mates, God bless secondary school. So they used to call me a month in school. So I was like, how about? I said, well, we cannot have a football show and pretend as if football is not played in Nigeria. That was a football show that talks about Nigeria and then flows out to the rest of the world. So that's when we brought, and of course I had people to you who had been traveling all over the country, following the league back in the day. So when they came in as a partner to do the Nigerian football show, and I don't know if it was that was the first segment of the program. I think Michelle will remember, there is that sponsorship. Your own is your own. No matter how good a foreign product is, your own is your own. It's as simple as that. And there's no reason Nigerian football should not thrive. Because we have I see the three P's. We have the people, we have the passion, and we have the players. Don't let anybody fool you about we have the players. Shegun alluded to that. I'd like to thank GTI. There are things happening that I will not talk about here that will come to light by the grace of God in this 2025. I'd like to thank GTI that what GTI has done for Nigerian football in the last 2-3 years is what I call heavy lifting. Financially, the league needed to have integrity. Because integrity was gone. Let's be honest with ourselves. Some of you nobody open to you, not everybody open to you. For 3-4 years on Sports Express, but they will pick the winner of the league in week 5, and that's who will win the league. Some of you remember. He used to predict the winner of the league before the 10th week, and that would be the winner. I know Ade Ojekere to complain a lot about. We used to have these conversations back and forth. The league lacked integrity. What GTI has done in just 2-3 years is to bring integrity back to that, and a lot of us now believe in it. I remember one time that on service, I made an announcement that we were going to stop reporting the Nigerian league. Why? Because I don't remember the year that one team needed to score 13 goals to get some, and they got the 13 goals. People should remember. And we decided I was not going to stop people because Uncle Fabio, that God bless his memory, of NTA, called me and put my head straight and told me, no matter how good or bad your league is, he was reporting. That made me realize I had absolutely no right to say I was going to stop reporting, and I apologized to him, and of course continue reporting the league. Now the league is in a good place, and we want to take it to a higher place. I want to beg my colleagues. I also have a show. I do shows on radio and TV. Criticism is important, but cynicism is wrong. There is a difference between criticism and cynicism. Criticism, you feel something is wrong, you talk about it constructively, but cynicism is You don't want to see anything good. You only want to see any bad. The bad is your narrative. Anything good you don't want to see. We should please try not. We should be critics, but we should not be cynics. Cynicism is not good for us. As I said, and like Mr. Abaka has told me a few times in conversations, nobody is going to build Nigeria or Nigerians. It's as simple as that. We are here. Some of us are too old to say they want to Japan. Some of us don't have any other skill set apart from sports media. If we build our league well, we have a product to market to our sponsors. We are beneficial stakeholders if the thing gets better. If we decide to kill it by our criticism and our cynicism, we are losing income. Whether we want to accept it or not, we are losing personal income. If we build it well, you can come to GTI or you go to so many other companies and you will say, how did you do it? I'll put money in it. But if we kill it, how many of you can sell Premier League? They're already on Sheffield and Super Sport. They don't need you to sell Premier League. Premier League doesn't need any journalist outside of England to sell it. They don't. They really don't need us. It's as simple as that. So I want to appeal to my colleagues that even when there are things to criticize, let's do it constructively. And don't let us destroy the game we have made in the last 2 years just by making one or two. Yeah, a few things still happen, but also things happen all over the world. And that's the truth. Things, it's not only, but we have a I was talking on the radio this morning about not trying to get personal about this new coach matter. And I honestly feel that a lot of Nigerians have been pegged to just knock anything Nigerians. This is my personal opinion. I mean, it's not binding. I do not see how this new coach better than Nigerian coaches. If you see it, you can come and tell me, but I don't see it. But it's what it is. We will support him to succeed. But we must always look at platforms are created for young people to excel. These players Sheldon talked about, we have to be passionate about them. We have to create an environment where they can make decent living for families even without leaving Nigeria. The only way that can happen, what GTI has done, heavy lifting, other people can now come on and add more value, more money, the players are well paid, and the league moves. But once again, the foundation for whatever success, the project we are on, GTI knows about it, but the foundation for whatever success we make in the future, I will put 40% of it on the heavy lifting GTI has done over the last 2 years. Because without that, nobody would have wanted to be. If the league was still in the space where it was 3-4 years ago, nobody wanted to join the league. But now, the league has been a fantastic place. I also want to commend Harry as well. Harry Wala, please start from Harry. Harry said, we've had back and forth arguments and all that, but it's argument for good. Harry, if you come up with the wrong information, Harry said so straight, without any issue or any fight, because we are trying to grow something for ourselves. Who knows? Your son, my daughter, might be the next JJ Okocha. Nobody knows where JJ Okocha is. But they start from here. And Nigerian football, the time we succeeded the most. 1980, 1994, 2023, go and check. There was huge influence of home-based players. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Benjamin. A wonderful exposition. We've heard it all. Next is Ima Jimega. Ima Jimega has covered the league for close to 20-25 years. He's an authority in the league. We would like him to come forward and let us know what he has really seen or experienced in the past 3 years GTI has been on board as strategic partners. Ima Jimega, okay, so this
At the expect they were going on a race. But 2-3 years after, I've come to realize that the company, according to the GMD, is dogged and he wants to see it all the right way. And I'm a witness, or I can say, as testimony from the improvement in welfare of then the tips, the gradual progression of the prices for tips. Since the last sponsor led the way, it really suffered, and GTI came to revive something that was moribund. And I want to give kudos to GTI for that. Again, we can also see the testimony from the channels, their production for the church tournament. It shows that the investment by GTI in the league is bearing fruit. And that's the credit, is a plus for GTI. Then I listened to Mr. Nelson talk about players after lunch, the travel. I think if we really stick by our rules of players signing 3, 4, 5 years contract, that may be difficult. But again, it boils down to the problem of the economy. No player will want to stay where they pay 100,000 and is getting 50,000 outside. I think we have to get the economy before we start thinking of how to retain our players. But by and large, with the last time I had the chairman of the LMC, they say that they want to increase players and whatever. If you do that, the players are earning like 1 million, 2 million. I see no reason why they will go to Albania. Yesterday, just signed for 18 in Gibraltar. How much will they pay in Gibraltar? If you can really have 1-2 million a year, there's no one going to a place like that. Iraq, Indonesia, like if you want. I really want to commend GTI for the boldness, for the courage to invest in something that is almost dead. Very good that way. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jamaica, for that input also. It shows that GTI in gold. Great thanks to the GMT, because the first time we invited journalists here, Imagine Mega was among the journalists that asked me this question. Do you know what you people are doing? Can you survive this industry? We're just asking you this. 3 years down the line, the picture is getting clearer. The Chad Eagles will soar, with hunger to deliver. Thank God for GTI. We are the oxygen. Yes, we are the oxygen of Nigerian football, and we shall continue to be. That's what you're. Next, to speak first, is, I think the last comment we're going to take it from. Okay, you're almost through. Imagine Mega, you're the last. So, let's go to the chairman of the Nigerian Professional Football League. He has a good message for us, and to deliver it is Mr. Harry Weller. Harry, you have the floor. A very good player striker in those days. Fantastic footballer. I didn't know why he didn't go to play football.
Because we want to address all that in the post.
Harry.
through the people on the service level, the dignitaries of the service level, and then my very esteemed colleagues. Good afternoon also. You know, once you start writing, you never will stop writing. It's something we enjoy doing. Once you start playing also, you will not want to play that at a certain age, and then you will not carry again. Anyway, thank you very much. Again, GTI, let me join the tribe of tributes. Apparently, I won't be here today if GTI didn't come into the NPFL. The board of NPFL, is probably would have been scratching their head on what to do when the responsibility was given to them. The GTI was just waiting in the wings and then flew with them. Everybody here has narrated the progress made, and those are facts. I want to delve a bit into the issue of why Nigerian players go outside. It's not really about aiming higher outside, no. Two factors. Everything abroad is better for Nigerians. Second factor, when your coach do not look the way of domestic players. I hate using the word local league. There is no international league. What you have is domestic league. So our domestic league players have been looked severally since after the justification. So the reason any opportunity you have, even if you can go and play in Benin, that we call a foreign base. Do that. So it's not really the money because most of them, I remember when Otaka was playing in France, I was working in Globe and he told me that look, all his money goes into tax. You know? So the money he saw as good money was the global ambassador he was made. So this issue of, yeah, you play in certain countries, you're protected, you're taxed and all those stuff, but in some other countries, you're just any other 9-to-5 worker. And money, you use it to pay your bills. So, but more importantly, the media has been very solidly behind the NPFL. But like Oliver used to say, I always ask for more. I know some papers, let me not be personal, that give us one full page almost every day. And I know that there are other papers online who also try get insightful interviews, because some of the things you read about the players abroad, if we're able to do it here, maybe some of our domestic players also will want to, because people will be putting faces to their names, and also perhaps attract people to go to watch. Because when a player is publicized, when it trends, as they will say on social media now, people will want to see him. Those are the things from outside we play. But from the NPFL, we'll continue to thank GTI, and we'll continue to work with you. We'll continue to do everything you are expecting us to do, so that we will be landing where you want us to be this 2025, not even beyond. Because GTI so far has been putting in. They are not doing charity also, mind you. They're also expecting returns on their investment. And we hope that very soon those returns will start coming. So thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, Harry. We are winding down, and I think we've done enough justice to some of the items. And so we are going straight to the closing remarks. We are going straight to the closing remarks, to vote of thanks. And that is going to be done by the GMD of GTI Group. It's going to be the closing remarks and also vote of thanks. Mr. Abubakar.
I'll do it in my own way. And my way is to first of all recognize everyone present in this room. You have been part of the story. You were here the one when this new and so many people, of course, understandably so, felt that we'll probably not go.
But they didn't know that before the news broke, we had on the table for 10 years. Behind the scene working. The whole journey started year 2010. That was when the dream started. And we had to do a bit of work. Because it's not what you see on the surface really that is the real work. We have done a bit of work since 2010, and we're able to finalize and come to the glare of the world in 2021. We got our first approval 2019. We couldn't come to market because there was 2020. We went back again to fine tune. Anyway, we finished all the back end structuring that we were doing by 2021. We've done 22. We were able to sign contracts in 2023. Remember, 2022 was when we came to the wall with NPFL in our portfolio. And we started the engineering. So the real work actually started as soon as 2010. So it's not a dash, it's a marathon. But luckily I'm here today, and I listened to everyone. They spoke a common language, and the language is we have been able to deliver what we refer to as a proof of concept. We have been able to put to bed the doubting Thomas's that look, it is possible. And going from there, I can tell you that the future is now here. You see, to this project, there are two sides to it. As a matter of fact, 3 sides. But let me just say the first one is what you see as the structure behind how do we repackage our assets. To us, it's business. To us, it's investment. Remember, we're investment bank. So to us, we're not just doing this. We are doing it. We have created a first class asset class. So what you see here is as typical as what you are used to in the stock market. You see First Bank, oh, I'm buying into this stock. I'm buying this stock. Is that correct? I'm buying into this company. It's something here. What you are saying here, we are giving you. And it's the first in the whole world. I'm able to say it. We have succeeded in delivering to you what has been your own, but I've been there to put any value to it. We've packaged it, we put value to it. Do you know some people have been earning dividend on this asset you are seeing? Some people are making money. And it will get clearer with time. But we urge you, one side you know is how to kick the football. The other side that is unseen that we have put together is to have repackaged and put some legitimacy and put some meaning behind it. That is the first of its kind that FIFA will soon sign off on. FIFA does not have it. You have the opportunity to put your money where your mouth is, and that is TNFF. Many people know. So I'm giving you the back end story, but going into the future, I want to urge you, I want to plead with you, just like they said, just like Shegun said, just like Michelle said, and everybody, this is our thing. And I leave you with this final one. Nobody, remember, no white man, no green man, no red man, no brown man will help us to build Nigeria at home. This is just one leg of Nigeria and has the capacity to rewrite the story of Nigeria. So, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for coming. Thank you for making our time to be here. But more importantly, the major takeaway is nobody, remember, nobody will help us to rewrite, or shape or reshape Nigeria. It's all in our. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, our able DMD, for that vote of thanks and closing remarks. Gentlemen of the media, anything which has a beginning definitely must have an end. We just kicked off the question and answer session. Questions under interview session after this event. The time is fast spent, and I know there are some editors that are preparing their videos for the weekend. So we will also consider them so that they hit the various offices and do justice to their various publications. We're also going to have a group photograph as soon as we end. And refreshments, please just remain seated. All the journalists invited. We have a list of your names. Remain seated and out the refreshments. Thank you. The closing prayer is going to be taken by our Chief Operating Officer of GTI Group, Mr. Hassan. Mr. Hassan. Is he here? Our closing prayer. Mr. Hassan. Okay, let me invite our heads of digital marketing, Mr. Adekweru. That name is very, very technical. Yinka, please come over.
Let's open our eyes and prayer. In Jesus' name. In the mighty name of Jesus. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this privilege of being together here and discuss what is going to move the country forward. We know that we can all do it in Jesus' name. Lord, we thank you for bringing everybody here safely, and we pray that as we are going back, go and get back home safely in Jesus' name. We pray that every plan, strategy, and decisions that will be taken to move this forward, that the Lord will perfect everything in Jesus' name. At the end of everything, let's have the fruit of for your name. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. For the group photographs, GMT, the management staff of GTI Group, please, you can come forward for a group photograph. The management team of GTI Group, please. Mr. Lawi, Mr. Nandi, FD, please, let's come forward, please. It's after the show. Let the journalists have. Journalists, please come forward. Please, Victor. Please.
Wait, let's let go.
Please, the media, please. Please. People are coming from your. Victor. Okay. I can see you.